Hello everybody and welcome back to the Love Wreck Legacy Challenge. All the kids went rather quickly off to school, leaving Ryu alone at the house, where she made plans with Kay to have some tea and catch up, because it felt to Ryu as if she hasn't seen her best friend in ages. And of course, Ryu had to make some tea, some little snacks for them. It was going to be a good hangout. And when Kay came in, Ryu noticed right away that she was off in the best way possible. She didn't seem all the way there. Ryu asked her if everything was alright and if there was anything she could do for her, and Kay told her she had a baby, but the baby was taken away by CPS. Ryu was shocked, to say the least. Kay had a job, at least she thought she did. She had a home by the volcano. She had everything that she thought she needed, but it was not the full case. So Ryu tried to cheer Kay up, and they began making a plan on how to make Kay's home more friendly for her baby girl. Other than that, the two were ecstatic to finally be able to be with each other after so long. Ryu's life had become quite a mess since, well, everything, with the twins coming in, her and Aleki kind of being official, but also not. It was still strange to Ryu. And of course, when he came on by, he had to take her out on a date, and Ryu wasn't one to say no. I had decided to really quickly at a bar at the beach, and we hired a mixologist, which just so happened to be Lu Howell, who actually has a crush on Ryu. They don't have any romance, but I always think it's really funny when townies have crushes on like my Sims. But anyways, the two have a very sweet date, honestly. They're sharing drinks and basking in the sun, and Aleki kind of opens up about his childhood. He tells her about how his parents had passed away and left him the big house, and that he has no one to really be with, and that's why he was so open to, well, Ryu. He's a flirt, he's a playboy, but Ryu matched him perfectly. And well, Ryu told him that, yeah, I had a teen pregnancy and I ran away from home, and Aleki, without even letting her finish, dropped on one knee and asked her, "Will you marry me?" Ryu, of course, said yes. I mean, she loved this man more than she knew, honestly. And don't mind me, I'm using the new water woohoo that I still haven't really played with. Anyways, and of course she wanted to be with Aleki wholeheartedly, but the idea of marriage wasn't something she wanted or even liked. She thought her and Aleki were on the same wavelength, but I guess not. And when Ryu got home, she felt off, and she had to double check. The woo-woo that she had just done with Aleki, she was pregnant, and, well, she was quite happy. I wasn't, but that's okay, I guess. That next day, everyone got up a little bit tense. Malia felt as if something had gone wrong, but she couldn't figure out what just yet. And, well, Tama was left to the constant bullying of his, well, I guess, younger twin. Ryu wanted to tell all her kids as soon as she could, but she wasn't quite sure how. Like, hey, I'm pregnant again with your guys' father, and we're engaged, fiancés. Even though I've always said that marriage is a sham to me. Really quickly, I did change Malia's hair, and I really like the braids. I think I'm gonna start changing her hair every other episode, or just however many times I feel like it. With that being said though, back to the story. Ryu could feel Malia kind of side-eyeing her. It was kind of obvious that Ryu was pregnant, but a part of Malia didn't want to talk about it because a part of her didn't want it to be true. But right before the Thanksgiving dinner party that the Kim household was holding began, Ryu walked over to Aleki and decided to tell him, hey, I'm pregnant. And he was so happy. But at the exact same time, Malia decided to upstage her teacher and ignore everything that she was asked of, and she was kicked out of drama club. And then the party began. Tamaha came with her husband Tane, then Hiei came with her wife Atalia, then Atalia's sister came, even though honestly Ryu didn't like her. She couldn't put a finger on why, she just didn't like her. But it was Harvest Fest, so everyone had to be nice no matter what. And soon enough, everyone came and grabbed some of the roasted turkey, sat down, had some mussels, had some cake. Everyone was having a good time. And that's when Ryu announced that she was pregnant. And she announced that she was, well, engaged to Aleki. Now, Malia was more than happy that Ryu was engaged with her father. Aleki was a nice guy, but he didn't seem to want to be a dad, which was strange for a man who had so many kids. But whatever. Malia was so happy for her mom, but the idea of having another baby in the house? Well, Malia was getting more and more happy that she was, well, leaving soon. When all of a sudden, came knocking at the door was Kiyoshi, someone not invited, and Ryu decided to forgive him, though it felt weird because it was really Hiei who should forgive him. That next day felt a little off to Malia. Aleki had moved in, not only with the engagement, but also the new baby coming. It felt right. But it was strange to Malia that Ryu thought she had the right to forgive Kiyoshi. Hiei was the one hurt, and when Malia could see the pain her older sister was going through and couldn't do anything about it, Malia was just in mixed feelings and was ready to just move on. And when she went to school, she felt like a drag. The exams were so boring and she didn't want to sit through them at all. So she decided she was going to stay hidden away in the little gym and in the little theater room. She was going to skip her exams. And skip, Malia did. She ran off as soon as she could to not get caught by the teachers once the school bell rang, and she went to the nearest gym. which is in Oasis Springs, but we're gonna ignore that. Malia just wanted to work everything out. She didn't want to pay attention to anything. She didn't want to focus on anything. She just wanted to run. She wanted to feel sore in her body, to know that she was actually there. But sooner or later, she decided to just text her drama teacher and ask, "Can I please just join the drama club? I have nothing else to do. This is what I love." And her drama teacher agreed. That next day was woken up with, honestly, a quiet calm. A birthday party was planned for later that day as the twins were aging up to young adults. And on top of that, Malia had a very important day. She was having her first prom ever. And, well, Malia wanted to become a prom queen maybe, but most likely not, especially after her whole fiasco with James. When all of a sudden, Ryu went into labor. And it was time to welcome in our new baby, who was a boy, and we named Pisa. Pisa Kim Nico. Yes, sorry, I forgot what I made his last name. Because they're engaged, I thought it made sense. I might as well just combine their last names. So yeah, Pisa is his name though. And might I just add, he's the cutest little baby ever, and I'm so excited to see how he looks when he grows up. And as soon as they got home, Alekia got to bake a little cake. He bought some pizzas and set some snacks up before the party finally started. Ryu was enchanted by her little baby, and she was so happy to have a new family member in the house. And Malia, even though she was a little iffy on having a new baby brother, was quite happy. He was so cute, and he had such fat cheeks. The twins, on the other hand, were getting more and more aggressive with each other. Kiki seemed to enjoy tormenting Gatama and, honestly, for a lack of a better word, rage baiting him. And when the boys finally aged up and got traits that matched them surprisingly well, the party slowly came to a close. Amelia got ready for prom.